drama, here's Estelle Doyle.
Drama? Drama? Who said anything about drama? I think we should talk about the DR60. Dubious Recorder 60, as I like to call it. Dubious Recorder. So, you've probably seen a fair few channels like the ones listed in the title, like Live Sci-Fi, Huff Paranormal, Hope Paranormal, and sometimes even ParanormalX. Use this mythical recorder, but seems to garner some EVPs that just come out of nowhere, and they're so, kind of scary sounding, don't you agree? I'm coughing because I need to clear my throat to do the voices. Crazy EVPs, right? Absolutely crazy. And you know what? The thing that is even more crazy is the fact that these things go for, wait for it, $2,000 or thereabouts on eBay, or between 1 and 2. $2,000 for this late 90s recorder. So, what is so special about this recorder? Well, like I said, it seems to be that a certain type of spirit wants to haunt these dubious Recorder 60s. Haunt them. Every single person that has one comes across the same style of EVPs over and over again. And the same screechiness sometimes that make people jump out of their skin, like, no way! So, is this a special recorder that can talk to the dead, or I don't want to say dead, but entities that no other recorder can? Or, more than likely, well, documented likely, not more than likely, it is fact, the thing has a fundamental flaw. You see, these recorders were not made for the paranormal in the first place, like a lot of paranormal tools, shall we say. It was made for secretaries to, or whoever else, to do some notes, you know, shopping, get milk, get whatever, you know, ideas. And then they found that they couldn't understand themselves because, yes, it has an insanely low bit rate, 5 kilobytes I've been told, which is, yeah, that's really, really low. And if you want to understand about quality in terms of if you really have a decent EVP out there, or if you are just fooling yourself, or trying to fool the public after all, then I recommend that you watch the Ouija Brothers. I will put a link in the description and watch that video. What's interesting is the channels who they talk about still records in the same format, low quality format. Hey, why change the habit of a lifetime, eh? Because what's more important? You know, 10, 20 EVPs that are absolutely questionable, as shown in the video, you know, per episode, or one EVP, say, once every 3 or 4 months, but it's just, you know, you can't question it. It is what it is, and it's a fucking good EVP. Because I know which one I would put my money on, because, you know, that's another thing I guess we should address. Let's not call Huff Paranormal, Hope Paranormal, Live Sci-Fi, and all the others paranormal channels anymore. There's no point, because what does the paranormal mean? Break the word down. Paranormal. It's not normal. This is not normal. It's not normal, but my spirit box says, "We hear you, human," or calls my daughter a slut 3 times. Or, you know, it says, "the devil," so clear. And no, this isn't with any sound sampled apps or you know, anything, or just radio, by the way, which you're not allowed to broadcast meany words. You know, that's not normal. And as I keep saying, I've got, like, you know, 200 to 300 sessions on my channel, and a lot of them not really that interesting, to be honest with you, but there are, you know, between 7 and 10 of them that really are interesting, and they are clearly, there is contact, real contact that you cannot fucking deny. Now that's paranormal, because it's not normal that I do a session and I actually feel like I'm getting some sort of contact going on. Not really. Whereas, isn't it funny that these other channels, hey, every video is coming out every other day or free. Yep, you know, right there, they're talking backwards and forwards, you know, it's just normal. That is normal now. That's not the paranormal, it's normal. All the time. And let me just turn on my DR60 recorder and, pull EVPs out of thin air. Because it does have a flaw. And the flaw is, it records its own mechanism inside. And that's why it was discontinued, because, you know, people like secretaries couldn't understand what the fuck's going on, and it was ruining us, you know, their shopping lists or whatever else, you know? That is the flaw. Now, I want to challenge you, Huff people who are getting ever more peed off of my presence and saying that I should just shut my mouth and shouldn't say a word, because, you know, what business am I if someone wants to sink £4,000 into a decorated guitar amp? You know, that's their money, their prerogative. But you see, the thing is, they're only sinking that amount of money into it on the strength of his videos. And you're like, wow, this thing is really amazing. I need one of these, especially as I'm into the paranormal, you know? And then when they do get it, they find it's nothing like. And then there is no refunds, no returns. So what do? To try and claw back your 4 figures, which is a lot of money. You go onto eBay and pass the scam on. So no, I will not shut my mouth, I'll keep talking, because someone is going to be spending $2,000 on a recorder worth peanuts, just because they have seen these channels go on a crazy like EVPs. But I want you to do something before you go and spend that money. Do something. Go to one of those videos where the crazy EVPs are, or the latest one that preferably you haven't seen if you can help it. When an EVP comes up, I want you to not look at the subtitle that is on there. I want you to listen to the EVP without any subtitles or guiding from Huff, Hope or whoever, and you decide what it is saying, if it's saying anything at all. Because this is the thing. First thing they are doing wrong is they're holding the thing in their hand. When you do an EVP, you don't want to hold it in your hand. Do you know why? Because you are going to inevitably rustle, or your heartbeat's going to come through your pulse, you know, through your wrist, or your clothing, or if you turn around, you'll make some wind or whatever. And that sensitive microphone is going to pick up, and you're going to, you know, confuse that with an EVP. Hey, that's the whole point now, isn't it? Because let's declare victory. I mean, Huff's already been caught out on quite a few of his videos where he's pre-done his EVPs. Now, whether they, you know, were off of a device or he set up is a different question, but we know that he has cheated and pre-done them, because when he asks his question, hello, is there anybody there or whatever, and then presses playback, there's a word or two different to what he actually just said a second ago. The spirits must have just jumbled up his words, I guess, because, you know, the DR60, dubious recorder 60, dubious it fucking is. Because it'd be something if, you know, some of these EVPs weren't about, but every single person that has that recorder has those EVPs. I guess it must be just a certain type of spirit that just loves that recorder so much that it just can't help but screeching its malice into there to give us a good scare, you know? And this is the thing, the theory is low bit rate is what the spirits talk on. Who came up with that concept? What, did you speak to a spirit yourself? And they said, yeah, we need low bit rate to be able to get our voice across, because that's our frequency level or whatever. Yeah, it sounds like Huff information, like, you know? Like, oh yeah, you must contact them before 48 hours is up or it's going to be a lot more harder, yeah? Of course, because on the radio after a celebrity dies, their name is not all over the radio stations at all. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking, did you hear that? Fucking hell. It's sloppy, it's dire, and yeah, I'll keep singing my pieces. Because, you know, with this channel, you're not going to get evidence after evidence on my channel of amazing paranormal stuff every single time. And people who know me know that. Good. I don't want it to be every single time I get some crazy paranormal evidence, because then it's not paranormal, it's just bloody normal. And that should be the biggest alarm bells ringing if a channel is bringing you so much communication every single video without fail. Oh yeah, because they're so in tune to the spirit world, you know. Fuck off, are they? No, they are not. They really are not. There are going to be times when nothing is going to come through if they're doing this properly. But of course, you know, when you're running SCD1 or SCD2. Yeah, that's communication all the time. You know, those samples, I see the light, or whatever else is coming out of that box. That, you know, it's like people ask me about Josh. Do you think Josh is a fake then, Mr. Magnitude? Do you really? Because he doesn't make any money. He doesn't do this for money. No, I don't doubt Josh does it for money. I believe that. Yeah. You know, and he seems quite a nice guy. Yeah, he's got a history and stuff, but haven't we all? But, you know, he seems like a very, very nice guy. And genuine, sincere. The only thing is that the fucker is addicted to his branding because it brings the subs and that, you know? Huff Wannabe number 2. Well, use that bloody wonder box and take that as gospel that bloody communication is happening because of what's being said through these apps that are so well programmed in terms of the samples they use. That's not the right word, because that's an insult to programmers, okay? You know, the sound samples are so cleverly done, they could be an answer to anything, you know what I mean? The samples that I put on there are answers, and that answer could correlate to any question you freaking feel like, to give you the impression that you are talking to something. Only when he gets his actual fucking spirit box out and, you know, then, isn't it funny that contact doesn't seem to come through so well on that PSP7? Hey, Josh, I know you like your branding, I'm probably not your favourite brand, but give magnitude mode a try. Let me show you a clip of my magnitude mode and what I get, because I'm sure you'll get some good stuff. And the thing is, that's just my own fucking tutor here, but, you know, at the end of the day, it is just a radio, you know. What are the chances that the stuff I've got that I will show you, Josh, if you know, want to listen, but you won't even look at me, you know, and that's understandable because you're Team Huff, and, you know, it's all about gotta have that top evidence, you know, gotta be better than anybody else, even if we just count something that is not paranormal as paranormal. That is the fundamental thing that is stupid. Look, I'm not saying that the DR60 is not possible of EVPs. It certainly is, like any other recorder is, okay? But the problem you've got is now you will never know if it is an EVP or if it's a fucking problem with the device, because it is flawed. Absolutely flawed. I'm going to try and give you some examples of the end of these screechy, crazy MP3s, and isn't it funny that they've all got them? And there are many more, you know, examples where that come from. I'm going to put just a few here just to give you an idea, you know? Takes the piss. Nah. So think very carefully, you know, give away £2,000 for a recorder that's on such a low bit rate. And like I said, maybe you want to emulate that yourself. Just get your recorder that you've got and just turn the bit rate really, really fucking low. Hold the thing in your hand. Don't forget those thumb demons as well. You know, the thumb demons, just rub the microphone a little bit, or swing around, or breathe a little bit heavy. You know, don't forget that. That does the job. You know, I got a laugh with Huff's interview with a spirit. It did make me laugh because he wanted to give you an impression, but yeah, he does debunk his own stuff because he purposely made a noise as he turned the camera, only for him later on to go, oh yeah, I debunked that on the DR60. Was that an EVP? No, that was me. Shit me. He's very, very good and clever. But, you know, why are you doing this? Why are you telling these people this? Because at the end of the day, if people want to sink their money into a recorder via Huff Mode, it's their money, it's their choice. That's fair enough, okay? Good point, touche. But if it was me who was going to be spending £4,000 on a decorated guitar amp, not that I know it's a decorated guitar amp, I just know it's some mental, amazing device that can contact the dead, or you know, this dubious recorder, then I would want to see if anybody else has anything to say about this device other than the source it is coming from. I want to know, you know? Oh, is that what it is? Oh dear, well I suddenly don't feel like sinking in 4-figure sums now onto this decorated guitar amp. I guess you can make your own. But the problem is, again, you turn up that reverb so high because you want it to be as gooey and spooky sound as you like. All you're doing is creating your own pareidolia. Now, this is the thing, paranormal, true paranormal communication isn't easy and it doesn't come often. You get like a stream. I'm trying to work out those conditions along with many, many others, but it doesn't happen often. Just take a look at my montage of spirit communication. That is communication that cannot, let's use Tuff's word, undebunkable. The radio ain't gonna be saying shit like that, no freaking way, okay? No apps, no anything like that. This isn't a diss at apps, by the way, if anyone starts freaking out, but I'm just saying, all right? Those you know, 7 sessions or whatever are what they are, you know? I'd rather have 1 session in a blue moon where it really is what it is than just accepting everything as freaking paranormal, because that's just stupid, that's just normal, you know? So I hope you've learned something from my meandering ramblings. I hope it makes sense, but just remember, it's a flawed device, you know? And it's not a case of it can't get EVPs, it's the fact that you're gonna be forever wondering, is that the fault or is that a real EVP? And like I said, watch these videos with Josh or Huff or whatever with their EVPs, but don't look at the subtitles, put your hand over them and understand what it's saying, because it could be anything you want it to be, and that's half a reason why people buy this device for their channel, because they can make anything they want. Isn't it funny how Tim from Live Sci-Fi can't talk to Zozo about his DR60, you know? Zozo is obviously very, very particular about what device he used to communicate. He's like a fucking prima donna. Hey fool, I ain't using that stupid recorder. Give me back my DR60. That's the one I want to use and talk to you. Yeah, sounds more creepy and scary, you know? What a cunt, Zozo. Fuck you. Seriously. Honestly. But hey, whatever you want. If you want to be entertained and you want to count sound samples from SCD2 as actual paranormal, and you think that is really a spirit talking, because, oh yeah, they manipulate sound. Yeah, they do. But when you're running something backwards to flip it forwards, that's not spirit, that's the bloody guitar pedal. Oh, it's so frustrating. And there's only so much videos I can put out, and you'll still get those people, like this morning. Oh my god, I had some funny fucking people trying to, like, oh, well, they just leave them alone, let people decide. Yeah, you can get people to decide or whatever, that's fine, but I think they'd like a bit of education, because I'm telling you this now, I've got, you know, a fair few hundred, up to 1,000 maybe, of people saying thank you, because I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't have been able to guess, I'd have just assumed, because who would lie like that anyway, you know? I would have just taken it as gospel. But thank you for opening up my eyes, and I've now transferred these skills into my real life as well, so I don't get fucking duped by people, because people are shady. Always stay skeptical, people. Always stay skeptical. That's good, you know? And just remember, if a video's coming out right every other day, and communication is happening all the time according to them, it ain't paranormal. It's just normal, you know? Just normal, no matter what, you know? Bit different if someone doesn't release a video, like, you know, every fair few months or 6 months or something, and that means they just don't release a video until they've got some decent good shit. That's fair enough, you know? Anyway, I hope that all makes sense. Take care, Thirtless, and yeah, enjoy these examples I've hopefully put on the end. If I haven't, then fuck it. But if there's nice examples, oh look, they all sound the same. They're all from different people. Isn't that really strange? I wonder. Still want to pay $2 for that fucking cheap ass recorder? You may as well, make your channel really good, and fucking dumbasses follow it. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for communicating with us tonight. You've heard some very clear responses. We know you're here, and we've captured your voice. Thank you so much for that. Could you try and tell us your name?
Who's that? Mm-hmm. What the fuck? What the fuck?
What was that?
What the hell is that?
That we heard. Is that you playing flute?
Screaming? I was not. And it's in between us talking.
Can you smell that? I can smell what I can only describe as being pissed. Sorry for talking to us through the wonder box earlier. Was she here or is she here, yes or no?
What?
There was something there. He might have said Hefner.